Hello everyone, it is DT Ranger here, and I'm back with yet another video. Now this isn't a gaming video, but it sorta is. We're going to be ranking these icons based on mostly two things, which is one, how I think they look, and two, the stereotype that comes along with them. And there's gonna be a little bias in here, because I am biased towards quite a few of the other characters than I am quite biased towards certain characters. But anyways, let's get into it. First up, it's Adam Warlock. I think I've seen maybe 3 Adam Lords in my whole life. So, you know, he's pretty good. And I do respect the people that play him because he's not an easy healer to play. And I do really like the Lord Icon. I feel like Adam Warlocks, when they play, they're just like the definition of perfection themselves, especially if you're Lord on him. So I don't think it's my favorite. I wish it was just a bit different, mostly just because I don't like the style of Adam. If they had like his Guardians of the Galaxy version instead, I would like that. They shouldn't really make an option where that the Lord icon changes depending on what skin you're using. But he still goes in great, which is equivalent to A. Like that's because that's S tier, A, B, C, D, and F, basically. Alright. Winter Soldier. I don't like Winter Soldier that much. I feel like I see Lord on him almost every other game. His Lord icon is really cool. I must admit, I do like the red and how he's like looking down, but it's just not my favorite. Because I do think there are some that are much better than him. So for that, he goes in D. Meh.
Again!
It's not the greatest. Captain America, on the other hand, I love it. I love how he's looking up. If he had his hand up in like a salute, I think it would be even better. But it's already such a great Lord icon. I feel like I just have to put it in amazing, because not only that, is a lot of the Cap players that I know as well are amazing. You should definitely go watch them on Twitch. I'll put them up on screen for you. Alright. Cloak and Dagger. This one only shows Dagger, but Cloak has one too. Everyone forgets about him, which is kind of sad. But here's the thing. A lot of people, they say, oh my gosh, Cloak and Dagger Lords are everywhere. I forgot what the original icon looks like. Oh my gosh, Cloak and Dagger Lords are like a dime a dozen and they're so bad. Listen, I might be biased because not only do I have Lord on Cloak and Dagger because it's kind of easy, but I think it's two. Yes, 2 of my very good friends also have Lord on Cloak and Dagger. And maybe I'm just a bit biased because I'm always playing with them. And I really like them. And they're really good at Cloak and Dagger. Maybe it has swayed my my rankings here. But I also think she just looks so clean. I have to put her in great. Sue me. Groot. I hate this one. I hate Groot players. I hate his icon. If you wall me off from my ult one more time, we're having words. You are like the worst Mei. Because at least Mei from Overwatch could only put up 1 wall. You can put up 3 or 4. Also, his Lord icon, he looks goofy. Really, he looks really goofy. That doesn't even look like a Lord icon. Next up is Hawkeye. Now, funny thing, I used to be a Hanzo main in Overwatch, so I thought I was really gonna like Hawkeye. I don't. He sucks. But his Lord icon, I must admit, is pretty cool. The way he's drawing back his bow and he's got like one eye closed, getting ready to shoot. His Lord icon is great. The player stereotype, not so much. So because I love his Lord icon, but I hate the players and the stereotype that goes around him, I think he goes in meh. Hela. So, one of my good friends is a Hela main as well. She has Lord on Hela. And I must say, I didn't like it at first, but it's kind of grown on me. And I don't really have any much to say about people that main Hela because I feel like there's no like hardcore Hela mains out there because a lot of people only play her because she is meta. That was for the longest time. So I don't really have a good gauge on Hela mains except for my one friend who is like the best thing ever. And for that also goes in grade as well. I have never met a Hulk Lord. I must say, it's not that bad. But the picture is quite nice. Um, I've just never seen it in game before, so I don't really have too much of a gauge on Hulk mains. So I'm just gonna based on the picture alone, I'd say it's good, not great. You're the worst. I hate you and the people that play you. Iron Man, they can be annoying, but his his Lord Icon is pretty cool with the unit beam going off. The player base is it's okay. They just want to say Jarvis do something all the time. Um, it's good. You are the bane of my existence. I do not like Jeff players because most of them just like to DPS. And I know that, like, Jeff's DPS is strong and he's not supposed to be, like, a main healer or anything. And you can argue with me all you want. He's annoying. He's a little rat that hides in your backline and then swallows you all and throws you off the map. And I actually don't like his Lord Icon because I actually think the bubbles my brain wants to think they're like ears or something, so I actually hate his Lord Icon. For that, he's going in A B C D tier. Sorry. Wolverine, there's literally no difference between his normal icon and his Lord Icon. He backs up a little bit and that's it. Worse than original, and Wolverine players, well, they're the fun police. Loki. Now, I am a Lord Loki, so I see this icon quite a bit. It's not my favorite. It's good, but it's just not my favorite because they cut off his horns. I mean, yes, he looks like evil, and I get that he's laughing. But it just doesn't look the greatest. I will say, though, I do think it's better than those two. At Loki players, I like them. We're funny, we're tricky. There's nothing that gives us a bigger like dopamine rush than copying someone, and we just have 7 seconds of haha, I play this character better than you. It's great. I love it. Luna Snow. Now, I like Luna a lot, and we're not going to get into some of the details about that, but I enjoy her Lord Icon. I've seen it quite a few times, and most of the Luna players that I play with are very good at Luna. And I love the little ice effects. I love that she's doing the K-pop heart. I think it's good. Good. I say good to describe everything. I think it's amazing, and I do think that I'm giving her S tier. Magic. Magic players are scary. And I know that if I give them a low rating, they will hunt me down in my next game because I'm most likely going to be playing support because I always play support. Now, I don't really like the Magic portrait per se. The Magic Lord portrait. But the Dark Child Lord portrait. Now, that is cool. I'll have to see if I can edit that in here somewhere. But it's pretty cool. I'm gonna put it. I'll put it above Hulk. Actually, I do like it better than Hulk. Magneto. I am also a Lord Magneto. I have quite a few lords. And I think he just looks so cool and tough in this his Lord Portrait, and Lord Magnetos are really, really good. Usually, not me though. Um, they're always protecting their back line. They're always like pushing forward and making space, and they just get such a rush to pop their all when Cloak and Dagger pops their all. It's amazing. I love Magneto Lord Portrait. I love the players. I am one of the players, so I better love myself. I think he goes, yeah, between Luna and Cap. Mantis. So Mantis Lords can be scary because you know that they just want to play DPS and like and sleep you and then 2-tap you with a buffed headshot. They're scary, man. And the Lord Portrait's so cool. She looks ready for action. And I think it's great. I've never really met a mean Mantis player ever. So I think it goes right there. Moon Knight. I do not like Moon Knight as very much. He's annoying. Your onks are annoying. Everything about you. Your bugged ultimate, whatever. You stand in the back line and you shoot your onk. I bet if you tried to shoot an actual moving character, you couldn't do anything. I think I would put it like way down here or something. But because you have a cool Lord Portrait, you're going there. I don't like your Lord Portrait, and I've never actually met a nice Namor. You're going there. Okay. Now I'm going to be a little bit biased. I am a Black Panther main when I play DPS, which is not very often. But I do play a lot of Black Panther. And I gotta say, his Lord icon is amazing. It's great. It's just, the stereotype of you being sweaty tickle monster nerds just brings you down a little bit. But I think you can go here. Okay. Penny. Now, I don't really have much of an opinion on Penny because her Lord Portrait looks literally the same as her original. She just kind of moved her hand from like underneath her chin to her forehead. And I've never really met a Lord Penny player. So, yeah, I'm sorry you go down there. Psylocke. Now, first off, her Lord Portrait is just cool. I love it. It's amazing. Secondly, the Lord Psylocke's I have met, they've been pretty cracked. They mostly come from comp and their GM games and to quickly like warm up or sweat all over a quick play lobby before like going back into comp. But I want to tell you guys a story about a Lord Psylocke that I met in quick play. She was super, super good. And she had the Grandmaster crest on, and I was just like, I want to check her profile, because, like, why is she in quick play, you know, if she was, like, sweating in quick play, and so I checked her profile afterwards. She was GM 1 that night, went on, I think it was a 28-game losing streak, and dropped into, like, Diamond 3, and then went to quick play. So, like, honestly, props for her to keep playing the game, but, like, also, your mental health. But overall, I've had a pretty decent experience with Psylocke Lords and the Portrait. So I do think that I'm going to put her right there. COD player. You come from COD, or you're just, like, a dad that wants to chillax after work. And you know what? That's cool. I don't care. I just don't like you or the Lord Portrait, because the Lord Portrait just, and then you as a character also, So, yeah, you're going in meh, because that's how I feel about you, just meh. Mr. Fantastic. Now, I have seen one Lord Mr. Fantastic, and that's because they're my friend. I will say, good Mr. Fantastic players are scary. I do say the Lord Icon, it doesn't have much going for it. So like I would put it in worse than original, but I have had like an okay experience with Mr. Fantastic, so he's gonna go right there. Now, Rocket players. Um, I think the Lord Icon is cool. Haven't really had too much of a bad experience with Lord Rockets either. Um, they just want to chill. They're cool little dudes. They sit in the back line. They throw you healing orbs. They res you like once a minute. They're cool. Nothing really bad to say about them. So like overall, is the Lord Icon isn't my favorite, but as a character overall, I think that's what bumps you up a little bit. And I'll put you in between the tickle monsters that probably scare you half to death. Lord Wanda's. Wanda's an interesting one because I know she gets a lot of hate, and I have hated her on myself. I hated her myself multiple times. But like my buddy, and he would play Wanda for the team up for Magneto, so I could get the enhanced lightsaber. And now I play Strange to give him the team up with Wanda because she got the magical wrist bracelets or whatever. I've met a couple other Lord Wandas, and they're decent. But I also just really like the Lord portrait because she's like staring directly at you. She's got a chaos magic at her fingertips. So I think right there because she looks so cool, and honestly haven't had too much of a bad time with the player base considering one of my best friends is Lord Wanda. No questions. No questions. Star-Lord Lords. Seen a few of them. They all went negative in my games. On my team or the enemy team. All just terrible. But overall, the Lord portrait isn't doing much. And you're just silly guys. You're just a bunch of silly people that are trying to have a good time, and you're probably jamming out to like 80s music in your headphones. You know what? I respect that. But like the Lord Icon isn't doing you much, so I would either put you bottom of good or top of meh. And I think I'm gonna put you top of meh for right now, at least until I meet maybe a Star-Lord main that doesn't go negative. Storm, amazing, love it. She's like looking up towards the heavens. Her like eyes are glowing. She's got lightning. The wind's in her hair. It's an amazing Lord Icon. And honestly, the people that like main Storm, they're pretty good too. Doctor Strange Lords. Now I am also a Doctor Strange Lord. He was my second Lord. And I feel like it's cool. I like that he's like in the middle of casting a spell. I've met some really good Doctor Strange Lords, and I've also met some really, really nasty ones, in my opinion. But it's a cool icon nonetheless. And, you know, he's still going to be, like, pushed out of his ult by an invisible woman or whatever. But I feel like they're okay. Strange Lords are okay, in my opinion. But his Lord icon is pretty okay. I feel like I'm going to have to put him above Loki. Because he's good. It's just not my favorite icon. Not my favorite type of players either. Now, Invisible Women players, they're pretty good. Now, I have two friends who are both Lord Invisible Women, and they are both amazing. And let me tell you, nothing gets them more excited than pushing, like, someone off the map on, like, that point in the Hydra base. I feel like the Invisible Woman Lord mains are kind of like the moms of the team. They throw their shield out, they push people away, they pop their ult when it's needed. So I feel like Invisible Woman Lords, they're pretty good. Pretty great, actually. Like the tier that she's going into. And I think I'm going to have to put her above Adam, just because I have a little bit more experience with Sue mains. So yeah. Now, Lord Thor. I think I've met 3 Lord Thors in my lifetime, and 2 of them went negative, and 2 of them are on my team. But the one Thor Lord I went against was on the enemy team, and he went 42-3. So, like, I don't know what they're feeding him now. But I think the Lord Icon's cool, but, like, players need to shut up because they got a big mouth, and all they do is yap, in my opinion, and in my experience. So, that's bumping you down a few points, because I was going to put you in great, but now you're going to go, you can go right, come on, behind Tickle Monster. Lord Venom. Now, Venom players, in my opinion, are annoying. They're like the bigger Spider-Man that has a bigger health pool that can't die. So you tick me off a lot. But also, your Lord Icon is cool, I can't lie. So, I guess you get brownie points for that. So I guess I'm gonna put you here. Now, Lord Widow is an interesting one, because I've never seen a Lord Widow in my opinion. So I can't rank her based off stereotypes. So I'm gonna have to do this based on the icon alone. I actually think the Lord Icon is pretty good. Now, is it the greatest? No. But I still think that she belongs here. And that is going to do it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you disagree with me, that's okay. That's what the comments are for. And I'll see you next time. Hey, so editing DT here. I ended up finding a tier list that had the characters that I missed on it. And so just in case you wanted to see, there's the Dark Child form that goes in great. There's Cloak, goes in good. There's the Bruce Banner and Monster Hulk, which also go in good as well. And then there's also the Human Torch and the Thing, and then Emma Frost.